Welcome to the Don Valley Stadium in Sheffield, where today almost 2,000 of the most talented teenage athletes in England compete to be crowned the 2009 English Schools Champions.
Well, the athletes are out on the track for the next race. It's intermediate boys, 1,500 metres. They're over on the far side of the back straight, directly opposite us. 10 men in the field. There were two heats. Both of those heats, by the way, very slow and tactical yesterday. I wonder if this final will be run along similar lines. There's John Ashcroft of Merseyside, the Northern Under-17 fourth placer. Connor Robinson wears 15. He is amongst the favourites, the Cornwall man. 3:56, his personal best in recent weeks. 29 is Luke Carroll from Gloucestershire. Holds up the UK Under-15 record from last year, ran 4:01 there, but now his season's best 3:54. He is the quickest in the field, Luke Carroll. Jack Scarr wears 43 for Lancashire, a 4:05 man. That was a personal best set in the English schools. Then Liam White wears 49 for London, that black strip. His teammate Lewis Lloyd beside him also in that black strip, a 4:7 man. Might struggle if it's quick. Charlie Grice from Sussex, just qualified in very, very difficult qualifying circumstances yesterday. Matthew Grieve of Cumbria wears 17. Harvey Dixon of Hanson Vectis wears 33. And the lineup completed there with Elliot Woolmer of Surrey. So 3 3/4 laps of the track. The UK record is held by one Steve Cram. It's back in 1977. He ran 3:47. Well, away they go. Now, will anybody take it on? There's very little breeze in the Don Valley Arena today. That's quite an unusual phenomenon in itself, from my experience. Moving to the fore now, wearing 29 is Luke Carroll, and I was given an insider bit of information that Connor Robinson might choose to lead for Cornwall, but Luke Carroll has gone straight to the front and doesn't look to me like he's pushing it on too hard. A lot of bunching and barging going on behind. This could well be a very physical race indeed. 79 there. And Charlie Grice for Sussex, making his presence felt right in the middle of that pack. 77 on the outside, has moved up into a good position on the shoulder of the leader. That's Elliot Woolmer of Surrey. 64 seconds per lap is a 4-minute pace for 1,500 metres. That would be pretty solid. Quite a few of these boys have never broken 4 minutes. It's the real benchmark for this age group of classy running. So look at the clock as they come through the 400-metre point now at the start of the back straight. Well, it's outside 4-minute pace indeed, on the slow side probably. It's about 66, 67 seconds there as number 29 Luke Carroll for Gloucestershire pushes it along. And he is the quickest in the field, remember, 3:54. He tops the under-17 rankings in the UK this year. Means he's got quite a few cards up his sleeve running at this cautious pace. You could almost throw a blanket over that field, very tightly bunched. Hope it doesn't get any more physical. We've already seen a bit of pushing and shoving through the first couple of 100 metres.
I know, Tim, you spent a lot of time on the major European and indeed world circuit where pacemakers are commonplace, but isn't it wonderful to see an honestly run race where everyone is trying as hard as everyone else?
And this is where you cut your teeth, you know, in English schools racing, domestic racing, where there are no pacemakers. It's where you learn the strategy and the tactics of middle distance running. And of course the one-off races on the commercial circuit are very, very fast with pacemakers. They become almost processions. You don't get bunching and barging and pushing and shoving and you don't really learn anything. Indeed, there have been Olympic champions in the past who really have been time trialists rather than real racers. That's what these lads are learning here, is to race.
Where would you want to be now if you were in this race? Where would you want to be placed?
I think I'd want to be on the shoulder of the leader throughout. It's not very quick. They've gone through 800 metres there in about 2:15, so it's a pretty slow one. I think 77 there is well positioned. That's Elliot Woolmer of Surrey. 29 continues to control things, Luke Carroll, but he's the one athlete with the ability to wind it up now. 600 metres to run, a lap and a half to go. Carroll leading. The rest of them now really need to be positioning themselves, because there's going to be a vicious burn-up over the last 400 metres here. Certainly at some point somebody's going to lose patience and kick hard, and he might as well be at or near the front in that circumstance. If you're near the back of the field when the foot goes down and they really crank it up, then you've got a lot of work to do to get past the other men. You've got to have enormous speed to not only be sprinting flat out, but to get past other men. The bell in 3:04.14. What can they cover this last lap in? Into the penultimate bend. And it's still anybody's race, although beginning to push it on there. And it's stretching out into something like single file. Grice of Sussex in 4th place. It is single file. And I think it was that 15, Conor Robinson of Cornwall, who's hit the front with 250 metres to run. It's Conor Robinson of Cornwall. Luke Carroll of Gloucestershire in 2nd place. 33 there in 3rd place. Still looking strong. That's Harvey Dixon of Hanson Vectis. And Charlie Grice of Sussex back in 4th place. But these 3 are away now. Absolutely flat out round the crown of the bend. This is where pure sprint speed for a middle distance runner comes into its own. Speed and strength and all those hard sessions on the track back at home are paying off here for Luke Carroll, because the Gloucestershire lad has eased himself clear by 5, 6, 7 metres, and he's going to take this one very comfortably indeed. Good running there over the last 200 metres for a 1.21 for Luke Carroll of Gloucestershire. He takes the gold by some 6 or 7 metres. Very impressive indeed. I think Conor Robinson there taking 2nd place. Was it Elliot Woolmer who took 3rd place for Surrey?
And Carroll even found time for the, shall we call it the Ovette style wave to the crowd when he knew victory was his. Watch out for that.
Well, he moves well, doesn't he, through this last 70 metres. Pitter-patter style almost, but as you said, Alan, punches the air there. A comfortable victory in what was a tactical race, and that's quite surprising. You'd have expected it to be much tighter. And we can confirm that win for Luke Carroll from Gloucestershire, 4:1.2. Very quick final lap, around 57 seconds for the youngster to take gold. Conor Robinson of Cornwall, the silver, and Liam White of London, the bronze.